are coming to you from Uptown, also known as Queen Anne. We're super excited about this. We are at our newest listing at the Lumen building. This condo, as you can see, is situated right in town. Space Needle is right there. One of the things I really love about this building is the location near everything else. South Lake Union is right there. Downtown is 5 minutes away from us. We're looking at the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation right here. So whenever it comes to being in the middle of things, this building is right there. You are literally close enough to all the freeway exits, all of the main roads where you can get in and out real fast. Not only that, one of my favorite things about this building is all of the amenities that it comes with. You can live here and not have to deal with a lot of the stresses that come with home ownership. This home has no rental cap, it has no special assessments, it has 12-foot ceilings, we have AC in the unit, and along with that, we're actually coming to you from the game room slash TV room slash media room. You can use this and rent this out to watch games, pre-funk. You could hang out here and walk right down to Climate Pledge and catch the Kraken playing. So we are literally in the center of Queen Anne, and I'm just excited to bring this to you. Speaking of Queen Anne, we actually have the mayor of Queen Anne right here. I want to talk to you, Henry, about Queen Anne, because you actually used to live, what, 2 blocks over?
Yeah.
And then you moved 5 blocks over? So when it comes to this part of Seattle, there's nobody better than Henry right here. Henry, what are your favorite things about living around here?
Oh, there's a lot. Queen Anne is a special place for me, for my family, and like Akash said, literally owned 2 condos 2 blocks away.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And then our home is actually a lot further away. It's 9 blocks away. But living here, I love the access. I love the true in-city living feel. We actually, down right below us is QFC. So this is a mixed-use building, and so you've got your Starbucks down there, you've got a Covine, a small little coffee shop down here. You've got probably within a 2-block radius, 5 coffee shops,
Yeah.
6 coffee shops,
Yeah.
and so very Seattle.
Yeah.
I love that dynamic of living, in this area. The Gates Foundation. Today I went a little off script, and I'm wearing my Kraken jersey. Been a season ticket holder since inception, and it is literally right there behind those trees. Is Climate Pledge Arena. I've watched Kendrick Lamar there. I've watched Joe Coy, the comedian.
And you walk there, right?
Always.
You just walk right there and walk right
the
back.
best.
No parking, no traffic.
Yeah, it's fantastic, and when, not an if, but when we get our Sonics back, we'll be season ticket holders again, and go walk to games and really just enjoy all things Seattle. Again, the Space Needle, they just put a new glass elevator in. The World Cup is going to have a practice facility. Memorial Stadium is getting redone, and so that's pretty amazing. The owners of the Kraken and the Climate Pledge Arena, they're actually putting the money into it, and so it's going to be a World Cup training facility.
Memorial Stadium, you're right.
Yeah,
They're redoing Memorial Stadium,
Yeah.
brand new stadium. I
Yeah.
totally forgot about that.
They're doing that. It's going to still be used for public schools, but for events and concerts. And so the great thing about Queen Anne, being in the epicenter of Seattle, is everything comes to Seattle. It could be Bite of Seattle, It could be folk life. There's cultural things that happen all the time. Children's Museum is right down the street, right next to the Armory, which is a bunch of restaurants during the holidays, Christmas. They have a train set out there, and Theo Love, my son, loves going out there and taking a look at it. And so, again, the access is amazing to all things Seattle. South Lake Union, I don't know if you knew, but South Lake Union has a little beach area where you take a canoe or a paddleboard out there and enjoy that space. Restaurants, we're past this COVID scenario where the city's coming back to life. Amazon, whether you like it or not, is making everyone come in 5 days a week. Google is starting to make their engineers come in at least once a week now. You have Apple, you have Meta down the street. All these things are bringing in-city living back. And to be in Queen Anne, you get to see that and enjoy it because you get the restaurants, you get the bars, you get the nightlife, you get the games and shows and concerts and comedians coming by. And so to have that so close by, it makes it fun to live here.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter that I have 2 kids. I could still be an adult. I could still be a cool dad too and take them to fun events. We have McCall Hall right down here, Pacific Northwest Ballet. Julia saw Paw Patrol with Theo and his daycare friends right down the street. And so this is a place where you don't need to have a car. You could have one. It comes with a parking spot, but you could have bike. There's bike lanes everywhere.
Yeah.
Bike lanes on Mercer, bike lanes on Fifth Avenue. You can get everywhere and anywhere. You have monorail that's real close. Jump on that. Get on the transfer to light rail, go to the airport.
Get anywhere.
So it's really about access here. It's
Yeah.
really about convenience. The other thing what I really love about the Lumen too, it's awesome that there's a QFC down below, but this is a very unique building for Queen Anne and Seattle in general that's not in downtown Seattle. This is a steel concrete built building. So when you're in your unit, you don't hear your neighbors to the left, to the right, below.
Yeah.
It's silent.
Yeah.
So you can have the peace and quiet of just being an urban oasis. You could have friends over and have a late night of wine and cheese and hanging out. It gives you so much flexibility. I love that they have these common areas.
Yeah.
You could rent them out or just come in whenever you want. It gives you that opportunity to really enjoy living where you live.
You know what I love about the common area? You're probably thinking, oh, this is the view from the common area, right? What does it actually look like from the unit itself? This unit's on the top floor, it's facing east, so you get a view of downtown Seattle that way. So it's not just that we're showing you this view, the unit itself has a stellar view of downtown, and sun's rising in the east, you're getting beautiful sunsets, sunrises. It's just a gorgeous location in the building as well. So we'll obviously show you that as well, but just everything is here. I love the location. Like Henry said, he wore that. I almost wore a tutu for the ballerina, but I didn't think that was gonna fly. So I'm just wearing my normal clothes.
Seattle clothes. A fleece, weird.
A fleece, yeah.
It's
kind of cool today. I mean, it's just exciting. Like we're in the thick of things here, right? Like Henry said, you don't even have to have a car to be able to experience everything Seattle here. Because of the access points, because of the bike-friendly walkability here, you could go to work, you can go shopping, you can eat, and never even get in a car. All right, and that's what I really love about this, is whether you're a young professional working in South Lake Union, or you're in downtown, or you're in Belltown, all of that is right here, right? You could walk there faster than going downstairs, getting your car, getting out, getting stuck at a red light, finding parking at your next place. So everything is there for you to live here and just enjoy your life. Another thing, I know I mentioned it earlier, but it's so big that there's no rental cap here, guys. You buy this place, you want to build a fortune in real estate, start renting it out. Find me another building in Seattle that has everything Henry said, that's steel and concrete, that has no rental cap. It's hard to find that, especially with this location. So I love it. If I was by myself, or if I was working in a tech build job, I would live right here. I would just walk across the street to work. All the restaurants, all the bars, all the nightlife is right here. It's just amazing. You've experienced this your whole life, basically, right?
Yeah. My favorite Thai restaurant in Seattle is actually, Bon Thai. It's a building, it's a house that was converted to a restaurant.
Those are the best.
Those
are the best.
They say that it's the oldest Thai restaurant in Seattle, but it's literally a block and a half away from here. You got Big Mario's Pizza right down the street. A brand new sushi spot opened up 2 blocks from here. You have Citizen that has awesome breakfast food, and then during the summertime, they have an outdoor space called Campfire. So you get your drinks, they have multiple TVs. Again, the walkability, I think the walkability scores in the 90s for this place because everything's so close. You literally don't need to leave if you're just a hermit and you want to be quiet because you have so much action on your workday, or you want to go out and meet your friends for a drink for happy hour.
How do we get that to 100? Like, how do we get that? Like, how could this be any closer to anything?
New York. You got to be New York or something.
Like, how are we not at 100 here? I don't need to leave the building
here,
to live. I really don't have to leave this building to survive life.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, it's really great. And then honestly, I think, again, being able to live here and then know that in the future, I can keep this as an asset and rent it out and not have to worry about being at the top of the list or timing when the rental cap isn't there. That's huge. And especially for people who are looking in that kind of, I want to work here, but I kind of want to build my real estate portfolio as well. this is hitting all that on all accounts, right? You're nearby everything, you can rent it out, live here for a year, whatever you want to do, all the options are here.
Yeah, it's pretty great. The city actually rezoned a lot of this area. It's called Uptown now. Most locals know it as Lower Queen Anne, but if you can see that building in the background, that used to be the old McDonald's that everyone went to. That was the highest volume McDonald's west of the Mississippi for a very long time. Yeah, you're sad you want your breakfast sandwich. They actually did a McDonald's Express where Como 4 is a block away from there as well too. You've got, it's not the EMP, but now it's called...
Pop?
Mopop.
Mopop.
But they might have changed the name again too.
Museum of Pop Culture and something.
Yeah.
But I got a quick story about that. Back when it was EMP, that's where I had my senior prom. And actually, we went to that McDonald's for our dinner. It was a joke. We actually did dinner, but we went to that McDonald's. So yeah, that building right there, that's colorful and all that. That's where we had our senior prom from Puyallup. It was like come to the big city and hang out and everything. And so I remember that like it was yesterday. But that McDonald's, whoa, I've eaten there a million times.
Yeah. I frequented it in my younger days. Try not to unless kids want to.
I remember they were the first ones to charge for barbecue sauce.
Quarter.
They were the first ones. I remember being like, man, you're going to charge me 10 cents? I just gave you my last $3.
Yeah. The other good thing about this place, not to pivot on you, but what we love is there's on-site concierge too.
Ooh.
So everything's a sensor, a key to get into the building. You got secured garage parking. Not to say you should do it, but because of QFC is here in retail, there's actually parking spots where friends can come in and out. But the next floor down is actually a garage, a separate garage access point. So you have that. So just knowing that you have people looking out for you and having that extra security, it's always a nice benefit. But yeah, I mean, this is truly, again, when I lived 2 blocks away, I owned that condo for 16 years. We actually just sold it to buy something else, but I loved it. And I loved it so much that we moved 9 blocks away so we can be close to the Seattle Center, that we can be close to Climate Pledge. Again, season ticket holder. I love music. We're seeing a couple shows later this year at Climate Pledge. Our college days, we'd go to Pacific Northwest Ballet. There's great concerts out here, and so it just makes it, again, if you're about that urban lifestyle, this building actually, it's, like I said, it's very unique because it's steel and concrete in Queen Anne. You'll see it in the high rises, you'll see it at Scala, you'll see it at Insignia, you'll see it at the Concord and downtown because they need that for structure and structural integrity. But here, I want to say, and I should know this, but I think this is the only concrete built condo in Queen Anne. And so, again, it's special. It has a European vibe to it. Again, the soaring ceilings, concrete floors, exposed beams, they made it look sexy and sleek. Straight lines before that was a thing with these townhome developers and everything else. This was the IT community, the IT condo development in Seattle, and it shows. It's just to see them. We're looking around right now, you see the steel beams, you see the concrete posts. Again, those clean European lines that you see in a lot of those modern interiors now. This was ahead of its time, and so the style fits. The style fits for the common spaces. It fits for, again, that lifestyle that wants to have a great space to call home, but have access to everything else. And so I love that about this area. I love about the location, and I think this home is going to be a great spot for someone to, again, build some equity to figure out, hey, if I got to rent it, again, you have Apple, you have Meta, you have Google, you have Amazon, of course. There's a bunch of UW medical buildings over here too. Fred Hutch is right down the street by the freeway. You have, again, all the biomedical buildings that are coming up here. And so the Allen Institute is about 4 blocks away.
Vulcan, yeah.
This is an area where, even in a bad market, it will be stable because there's demand. People always want to be in urban spaces. They want to be close to the jobs, to the city. And so you're safe in that regard. In a good market, you love to see that price stack and go up and higher and higher and higher. So, if you want to hold something for the long term, this building is built very well. It's built like a tank. And so that's why there's no special assessments. That's why, it's such a sought after building. And so we're super excited to present this.